Good morning, children. Welcome to the online classes from AP Zone 2. This is Mr. Kishore from DAV Louis Vickard Bharati Vidya Mandir. So, today I would like to teach the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So, in this lesson, in this session, you would like to know what is fundamental theorem of arithmetic as well as the fundamental theorem of arithmetic application on HCF and LCM using the prime factorization, and you will come to know the relation between the HCF and LCM also. Yes, before going to enter to know the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, you have to know, that is called prerequisite knowledge. You have to know the definition of prime numbers and the definition of composite numbers and how to do prime factorization. These three are very, very important. Without knowing these three, we can't enter into the concept fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So, what is prime number? The number has one and itself factors, so it's called the prime number. And if the number has more than one and itself factors, it's called the composite number. You know that. And 1 is neither prime nor composite. Of course, 2 is a even prime number. So, these only the basic concepts. And you know how to do the prime factorization in lower classes. Once again, I would like to do. So, here the question is 1950. So, 1950 should be divided with 2. So, 2 9s are 18 and 1 5. So, 2 7s are 14 and 10 2 5s are. Yes, the number is ending with 5, you go with 5. 5 1s are 5, 47, 5 9s are 45 and 2 5 25, so 2 5 5s are 25. Again with 5 because ending with 5 na, that's what. So 5 3s are 15 and 4 and 5. 19 minus 15, 4, 4 5, 45 and 5 9s are, yes, 39. So 3 and 9, it is not an even number, it is not ending with 5. So obviously with 3, 3 plus 9, 12. So 12 is nothing, 12 is a multiple of 3. That's what 3, 1s are, 3s are. Yes. So when you find the prime factorization, so you will write 2 into 5 into 5 into 3 into 13. That's it. It's the prime factorization method. Now 2 into 975. So 1950 can be represented as 2 into 975. I have represented in tree model also. And here 975 can be represented into 5 into 105. And of course 195 can be represented into 5 into 39. And 39 can be represented into 3 and 13. Yes. So finally you will conclude that 1950 can be written as 2 into 5 into 5 into 3 into 13. If you observe that, all are the prime numbers 2, 5, 5, 3, 13. So you can state that every composite number can be expressed or factorized as a product of prime numbers. That is only the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. I hope you could understand. Yes. So here little bit extended. Every composite number can be expressed as a factorized as a product of prime numbers, and this factorization is unique except in order of prime factors. So here suppose I have taken 1950, I started with 2, so that's what I got 2 into 975, 5 into 195, 5 into 13, 3 into 13. Finally, the yellow boxes are the prime factors. So, 2 into 5 into 5 into 3 into 13. I have written what are there in yellow boxes. Like that, here, the order is changed a little bit. Here I have taken with 5, beginning with 5. So 5 into 390, 5 into 78, 2 into 39, 3 into 13. So if you follow all the boxes, yellow boxes, 5 into 5 into 2 into 3 into 13. Yes, if you observe the both, you see that here two fives are there, here also two fives, blue boxes, and here 1 2, here also 1 2, and 3, yes 3, here 13, here 13. So you can conclude that fundamental theorem of arithmetic states that every composite number can be expressed or factorized as a product of prime numbers, and this factorization is unique except in the order of prime factorization. That's it. So you know how to write the power notation. Here 1 2 is there, that's what 2 power 1. Here 5 is repeated 2 times, 5 square, and 3 is repeated 1 time, that's what 3 power 1, and 13 has a product one time only as a product, so 13 power 1. And here also we have done same like that. And here by expressing any two numbers as their prime factors, their highest common factor and lowest common multiple can be easily calculated. How? We will see in the next slide. Yes children, this is very very important. If you want to find out the LCM and HCF of any two numbers, how will you calculate? This is very 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 important. You just keep concentrating. Here 1950, already in previous slides, how to do the prime factorization, how to convert into trim method also, trim model also I have explained you like that. So 1950 no need to explain because already we have discussed in the previous slide. Here you just go with that. 2010 is nothing but 2 into 1005, and again 1005 can be represented as a product of 5 into 201, and 201 is a product of 3 into 67. That's it. So you just observe that here 1950 in a power notation, 2 power 1, 5 square, 3 power 1, 13 power 1. Simply I have taken the yellow boxes, that's it. Here also 2 power 1. So no need to 2 power 1 you write of course. And this is 5 power 1, 3 power 1, 67. One time it is repeated. Yes. So first this is the part of a HCF. We would like to discuss about HCF. How will we find out the HCF? So in finding the HCF, first of all, what is the common in the both? What is the common in the both? You have to concentrate. Here 2 power 1 is there, here also 2 power 1. So 2 one time only repeated as a product, that's what 2 power 1 you write here. And 3 power 1, 3 power 1, in both side it's a common. But here 5 square is there, here 5 power 1 is there. So here 5 power 1, here 5 power 1 into 5 power 1, 5 power 2 means you take only 1. That's what 5 power 1, 5 power 1, you write only 5 power 1. So that's what are the common in that? Once again I would like to explain. Here 2 power 1 is there, 2 power 1 is there, that's what you take common factor, that's it. So 3 power 1, 3 power 1, you take 3 power 1. But the question is, here 5 power 1 is there, but here 5 square is there. So in 1950, 5 is repeated 2 times as a product. That's what 5 square you can represent as 5 power 1 into 5 power 1. So 5 power 1, 5 power 1, you write the 5 power 1 as a common. So that's what here finally HCF is. What are the yellow? That mean the yellow shaded portion only you will take as a HCF and make it calculation. 2 into 3 6, 6 into 5 30. So 30 is a HCF. That's it. So coming to the LCM, it's little bit different. So you just observe the occurring times. Here how many prime numbers are involved in the two numbers, you just identify. Here 2 is there, 2 is there, good. 3 is there, 3 is there, good. And 5 is there, 5 also there. And 13 is there, here 13 is there, but we have to take. And 67 here is there, but in 1950 not there, but we have to consider according with respect to LCM. So how will you conclude that? Here highest occurring. So here 2 is occurring only one time, that's what you take one time. Here 3 is occurring, here also one time, here also one time, that's what one time. And here you see, this is important, here 5 is occurring here in 2010 one time as a product, but here 2 times. In LCM case you have to take highest occurring, so 5 square, you have to take 5 square. And 13 power 1 is here, but 13 power 1 is not there, but you won't take. Once again children, 2 power 1, 2 power 1, you write 2 power 1, and 3 power 1, 3 power 1, there is no problem at all, because in both numbers 2 and 3 are repeated only one time. The thing is coming to the 5. In 1950, 5 is repeated 2 times as a product, but in 2010, 5 repeated only one time. So in LCM case, the highest power you take, 5 square, highest occurring, that is very, very important. But whereas in HCF, you take the lowest power, but whereas LCM, you have taken highest power. So 5 square and 5 power 1, you take 5 square. And 13 power 1 is there, here 13 power 1 not there, so you take 13 power 1. So here 13 one time repeated as a product, here 13 0 times repeated. So 1 is greater than 0, that's what 13 power 1 you take. And here the final one, here 67 in 1950 as a product, no time repeated, that means 0 times, and but here one time repeated, that's what 67 power 1. So that is only the LCF. If you observe this box, 2 power 1, 3 power 1, 5 square, 13 power 1, 67 power 1, if you multiply all, you will get 1,30,650. So children, very simple thing, after finding the prime factorization, first of all in HCF, you just find out the common factors only, don't touch. 13 is here, let it be 13 is here, 13 is not there, no need to touch. The numbers, the prime number should be there in the both. In regarding HCF, I am talking. I am regarding HCF, once again I would like to talk. Just observe children. The thing is, 2 is here, 2 is here, you have to consider. 3 is here, 3 is here, that's what you have to consider. 5 is here and 5 also here. That's what we consider only the 3 numbers, 2, 3, 5. The powers we will discuss. So 13 is here, but 13 is not there in 2010 as a product. No need to consider. So 67 is here, but 67 is not there in 1950. No need to consider. It should be common in the both. The prime number should be common. That prime number, how many times it is repeated doesn't matter, we will talk later. The thing is, the first step is whether the prime number is there in both numbers as a product or not, you first identify. The second thing is the lowest power only we have to take as a common. The two things you have to mind it. That's what here. So 2 to 2 power 1 we have taken, it doesn't matter because the both cases 1950 and 2010 one time only repeated, and 3 power 1 also one time repeated. The problem is with here 5 square and 5 power 1. So 5 power 1 is a lower power, that's what you take lower. Suppose if it is a HCF case, the highest power you have to take 5 square. If you observe 5 square, yes. So that is different. So finding the HCF should be common. Finding the LCM, there is no need common prime numbers in that. The thing is, the total prime numbers you take in LCM, finding LCM, total prime numbers you select and you find out their power notation, the highest power notation only you have to take. That is only the thing. I hope you could understand how to find the LCM and HCF. Yes, this is very, very important. The relation between LCM and HCF. LCM and HCF. Yeah. So in previous slide we have done the relation between the HCF and LCM of 1950 and 2010. So here in this slide I have done, I calculated 1950 and 2010. I got 39 lakh 19,500. Yes. So like that, in previous slide, if you go to previous slide, so here the calculation is there. So 2 into 3 into 5, 60 here. LCM is 60. Sorry, 30. 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30. And this is 1,30,650. You just go with that. Yes. So here let the number A, the first number A equal to 1950, and let B equal to 2010. Now A into B. A into B equals to, you have to product 1950 and 2010. We got 39 lakhs 19,500. You write the answer at one place. Yes. Now HCF of the two numbers is 30 and LCM of the two numbers is 1,30,650. Simply you add that, you will get one answer. The two answers should be verified. So what will you conclude? Product of two numbers equal to product of their HCF into LCM. Yes. So A into B equals to H into L. Yes. The relation between the LCM and HCF equal to the product of two positive numbers A and B is equal to product of their HCF and LCM. So where will you apply? Suppose A into B equal to H into L is the condition. So sometimes in a problem, you know the two numbers, you know HCF, but you don't know the L. Then L equal to A into B by H. In some cases, you know L value, you know A value, you know B value, but you are going to find the H value. Then H equals to A into B by L. So like that, sometimes you know both H and HCF and LCM, you know A value, you don't know the B value. Then you can easily apply the B value, H into L by A. Like that you can conclude that formula. But the relation between HCF and LCM is product of the two positive integers A and B is equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. So A into B equals to H into L. I hope you could understand the session. Thank you very much. For more problems, I would like to welcome Mr. Raghuram sir, who is the head of Zuvari DAV Public School. You will enjoy the session. Thank you very much.